Good people, sorry I'm a couple minutes late. Just like yesterday, I actually was logged into my personal Instagram page. So that's why you guys may have missed me live yesterday on Instagram and you saw me repost it. And I just did the same thing again. Hey, I'm still new. I'm not a big social media person, but this is what I got to do to reach y'all. So this is what I'm going to do. You know, some people make excuses. Some people just make it happen. So I'm going to just make it happen. My name is Frank Financial Brown. I'm a real estate investor. I'm the founder of Live Free, Give Hope, a real estate giveaway company. I have been a traditional investor for years, renting out properties the traditional way. I have Airbnbs and so forth. But recently, when I was dropping off my kids at college, trying to figure out what I was going to do with the rest of my life, the sweepstakes and so forth was popping up, and just different things was going on in my life that I figured God was directing me to this sweepstakes. I don't throw around God a lot like that, but this felt like divine intervention. I was really at a crossroads in life. I had just got my real estate license. You know, I figured maybe I would go ahead, work real estate as an agent for a couple, I think it's 2 or 3 years before you can get your broker's license. I really wanted to make sure that I had something in place besides just a real estate portfolio, that when my kids graduated from college, that if they wanted to, they would not have to work a job. They could just come work for the family, just like rich folks do. You know what I'm saying? You set it up so your children have an opportunity where they don't have to go work for somebody. And so I figured maybe I'll get my broker's license in 3 years, and then they can come in when they're out of school and take over. But while I was up there dropping the kids off, you know, it just came to me. It was like, hey, this is what you should do. I told my son, we were right there having lunch, and I said, I can do this with real estate. I said, they're giving away cars and motorcycles and stuff, but I have something better than that. I still look out the window like I'm not in a Tesla, you know, old school. But I told my son, oh, we got something better than that. And then I didn't even know if this was legal. So I started hopping online, Googling, so forth. I found attorneys. They have attorneys that are specifically for sweepstakes, you know. And once I found out that this was legit, I've been all in. It's just been, this is where 45 years of life has taken me. And I believe it's my chance to help change the world. You know, I'm not from some rich family. I'm from the hood. I'm from East Oakland. Moved up to Sacramento, South Sac. Started in Del Paso Heights. You know, from hood to hood. You know, we didn't own our first home. My mom bought our first home when I was in high school. That's the first time we had lived in a house that we owned. Before then, we're just renting apartments. You know, had an apartment on American River for you guys in Sac. Of course, we stayed in a duplex when we first moved to Sacramento in Del Paso Heights. Got robbed. You know what I'm saying? Me and my wife was talking about people stealing and all that the other day. And when you've been robbed before, I don't know. I guess it's different for everybody. But I come from an environment where people were stealing. You know, that's what they did. That's what they did. So when you grow up in that kind of environment, you realize it is what it is. Forgot where I was going with that, but regardless, who we got? What's up, Blue Jay? How you doing? All right, let me tell you what we got going on. I'm heading to one of my properties. We're not going to go inside because I didn't tell the tenant I was coming by. I need to get my Airbnb ready because I got a guest checking in at 4. But there's a house that I bought for $25,000. I bought this house for $25,000. I put 56,000 into it, and it's worth 143,000. I did have it up for sale. I had it under contract, but the last day things fell through. My mom owns the house across the street. You know, I tell everybody I know about investing. And when people see that I've been doing this for years, of course they want to do it. You know, it only makes sense. In America, you either can make your money in real estate or you can keep it in real estate. Running into some traffic. I should be at the property at 1218. But yeah, where I was going with that. Oh yes, regular person from the hood, yada, yada, yada. I forgot where I was going with that. Sorry. But pull out your Zillow. I'm not sure if you've downloaded Zillow yet, but if you haven't, download Zillow, and I'm going to give you the address of this property. It's 1835 Fenwick Street, Fenwick. Put you guys on game real quick. I just posted, I reposted somebody's post yesterday that there's a property here in Augusta. I think they're selling for like $12,000, $18,000. Let's hop on Zillow real quick. Bam. What's up, Tim? Pull out your Zillow. What's up, No Love For Me? Pull out your Zillow. We're about to roll up on a property that I bought for $25,000. The address is 1835 Fenwick, Fenwick, Fenwick Street, Augusta, Georgia, 30904. It should be an ugly picture that looks like this. I didn't know the ugly pictures were still up. I'll give you guys what the beautiful pictures look like. As we did. Oh, this traffic is stupid. I may have to turn around. I think we'd be all right. But yes, pull that up. You'll see that I bought this property on 12/29/2023. Right now, I rent it out at $12.50 a month. Let's go over these numbers again. This is why this one is a win-win. I bought it for 25. I put 56 into it. It's worth 143, and I get $1,250 a month. Plus, when I went and did my refi, I got all my money back. So I got my $25,000 back. I got my police directing traffic. A little accident up here, but we good now. I got my $25,000 back, and I got my $56,000 back from the repairs. So you can go use that money again. That's what I love about that's what I love about the South. I'm from California, and everything's hella expensive out there. But out here, you can buy a property for $25,000. I bought properties in Atlanta for $25,000. Now that was some years ago, but I'm sure we could still find something for cheap. All right, so it was a 3-bedroom, 1-bath, 1,219 square feet. I added an additional bathroom. What I want to show you guys about this property, and I will drive around there. You guys heard of gentrification. Oh, it was the hood. At one point, check this out. When I first bought my first property ever in life, it was my second property, was here in Augusta. I was in the Army, and I bought a property not too far from this spot. I paid $18,000 for that property in 2022 or 2023. Not 23, 03. 02 or 03. I paid $18,000. Let's fast forward it to 2023. I paid $25,000 for a house. Now on the Zillow, please go and look at how ugly it was. Oh, the roof was caving in. Most people passed up on this house. I only found out about this house because my mom bought the house across the street. You know, she bought it from a wholesaler. Yesterday we talked about wholesaling. Well, I put my mom on game, you know, and so when the wholesaler called to buy one of her properties, she said, well, I'm in the market. Let me buy one of your properties. And then she bought this house that we about to roll to. And then I saw the house across the street. It was, I don't know if it was for sale or not back then. But I ended up buying it. I think they were asking 35. So something I told you guys about Zillow, you can go into Zillow and see what they were selling it for. All right, so check this out. Scroll through your Zillow. They started selling this property at, look at this. And this is how you know when you're winning. Hold on, still, if you guys are on your Zillow. So in 2023, I bought it in December. In June 22nd, they had it listed for $59,000. I bought it in December for $25,000. So could I technically have bought the property for $25,000 and just put it back on the market for $59,000 without even touching it? You know, or maybe negotiating. Now, they didn't sell at $59,000, so maybe I couldn't have. So they had it at $59,000. Then they dropped it to $49,000 in November. November, they dropped it from $59,000 to $49,000. I got it for $25,000 the next month. December 5th, they dropped it to $39,000. Let's look at a little bit more. December 18th, I guess that's when I put my offer in. It had a pending price of $29,000, but I got it for $25,000, and I'm pretty sure I offered them $25,000. I will post the pictures up. Oh, it's fire. It's fire. I put it on Zillow to rent it out. I believe, I don't want to lie, so I'm going to say 7 days. But I'm pretty sure the first day that I put it up there to show, a young lady came and took it. She came and took it, you know, at $1,250. I charged first, last, and deposit. So she was most people don't have first, last, and deposit. But she did, and she told me she did. You know, I said, if you got first, last, and deposit right now, we don't have to run no background check. We ain't got to do none of that. My qualification is do you got the dough? Because most people ain't got that kind of dough. You know, and I know if you got $3,600 in your account, oh, you about that action. You know what I'm saying? She actually told me she had got robbed from like her last landlord. She had put it wasn't her landlord yet, but she had put a deposit down, and I guess they ran off with her money. Now, I can't tell you all her business, but she ain't the only one up in there either. You know what I'm saying? So it's, I think she has some family members staying with her, which helps with the rent. So maybe that's where the 36 came from. Now, you'll see I put this property up for sale on July 30th. I got an offer I put it up for $135,000. There was a repair that needed to be done on it. In the crawl space, I needed to put some jacks. The house was bowing. It's an old ass house, like 100 years old. So it was bowing, or whatever the hell they call it. But I had to do something about the foundation. I told the woman that the price that I was selling it for, the $135,000, did not include any repairs. So she told me, well, we agreed that we would take the price up to $140,000 and I would do the repairs. So we did that, but I had just recently got my real estate license. I told you guys this, but I got my real estate license because I was planning on selling my own stuff. You know, real estate agents, a lot of times they want 3%. And if I sell $1 million worth of property, that's $30,000. Sometimes they want you to pay for the buyer and the seller. That's $60,000. That's why I got my real estate license. Not because I want to take mofos around and show them properties. Hell no. You know what I'm saying? Now, I do like the fact that I can go see properties anytime I want to without asking an agent. All right, see if I can turn you guys around real quick, because I'm going to show you. So we just pulled into, there's a Starbucks right there. That lets me know we're in the right area. This is the medical district, but this is the hood, you know, or it was the hood. My $400,000 house is on the left side of the street. My cheap houses are over here on the right side. I'm going to go ahead and, we're going to turn up in here in a second. Show y'all what y'all can get for $25,000. So y'all see what it looked like. Y'all saw what it did look like. We'll turn right here. Take a look at these houses. Hey, and they still got houses. While we're over here, I'll go ahead and pull up something, and I'll see if we can roll by. That's the company right there, Auburn. That's who I work for. But my my license just lapsed. I need to do the continuing education. And I did just hire my boy Leon to sell my properties, some of them in Augusta. This is Fenwick right here. Let me turn y'all back around so y'all can see this. All right, so This is what it looked like. We right around the corner from the medical district. If you guys familiar with Augusta, there's the Medical College of Georgia, where people get their dental licenses. They got med school. Look at that bando right there. That looks like that's a duplex right there. 1713 Fenwick Street. You got a duplex right there. I paid $25,000 for that. You know, look at this. It's still, man. Look at that burned out. The house that you guys saw me post yesterday, my mama's house. Fuck that. Let's go take a look at this one. Whoops. Sorry for the cursing. Let's go see what this look like real quick. Yeah. So this is what I do. You know, now normally, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got next door. Look like he getting busy painting something. This shit is ugly. Hey. Look at this. Damn. All right, so this is a tear down right here. I wouldn't even, is this brick? This ain't even brick. So this bad boy had to be torn down. I'm not going in there. I ain't going in there. I'm not going in there. You know what I'm saying? I walk around the back, but I ain't going up in there. Shit. Let's see what we got. That's blocked off. Let me show y'all what this looked like. Hey. But this is real estate investing. You know, and what I mean by that is a lot of these times, these gurus that's selling you these programs and doing all that nonsense, oh, they ain't about this action. They ain't about this life. You know, if there wasn't so much stuff on the ground, I would go in there. But right now, this is ugly. Look at this. Nice sized lot, though. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. The joists don't look bad down here. Guess I'm in here. Let's go through. Let's go through. If anything happened to me, y'all make sure y'all call a motherfucking ambulance. Let me know if I'm walking too fast so y'all can see this, because I'm not looking through the phone. I'm looking through. Look at this. Shit, look at all the gnats and stuff, man. Let's get the hell up out of here. All right, so let me grab the address. Hey, because this may be for sale. Not that I would buy it, but you guys can go ahead and look it up. What I said, we're on Fenwick right now. The duplex was 1719. Let's see if we can get this address. This address is 1721. If you own your Zillow, put in 1721 Fenwick. Fenwick. And I think the zip code is 30904. Let's see what it says. Let's keep going. Yeah, hey, it's neighborhoods like this everywhere. You know? Turn you guys back around. It's neighborhoods everywhere. Why does my wife's name pop up? Bam. There we go. Man, all right, let's keep going. Take a look. That looks like a church right there. It is a church. Look at this right here for sale. Look at this. That's a little bitty house. Now that's a tiny home. It looks old, but it look, I don't know. Now my uncle back in the day, he was a Hurricane Katrina victim, and he bought a house. He bought that house right there with a credit card. I didn't even know you could do that at that time. He bought that house for a credit card. Well, I mean, with a credit card. And he fixed it up himself. All right, so we almost there. All right. This is the house right here. The black and white one. You guys see on Zillow, I bought it for $25,000. That's what it looked like now. I'm gonna go ahead and hop on out. This bad boy right here. Next time I put a new roof on there. I'm gonna go on to my photos, but the contractor did the work while I think I was in St. Thomas or Jamaica. I think I was in the Bahamas. I don't know. I'm gonna put the pictures up, but I'll even put the text up. He actually got started before he was supposed to get started. We actually had some drama because he started putting in the work and then started asking me for some money when he was still working on the other property. Now, let me show you guys. I'm gonna walk across the street. So, my mom bought this house right here, this blue one. We don't walk over to it. And so I used to come over here when she was showing it to me. Then I saw that ugly house right there. I need to cut them trees back a little bit. Or maybe I don't. But yeah, my mom owns this one right here. Now, whoops, what is that? I'll go and see what's in the back. But look at this neighborhood. All of these are, oh shit. Look at that. She need to do something about that. There used to be like a shed back here. Tore that down. Yeah. So this is the neighborhood. This is where I'm gonna pull out my other phone. Hey, if anybody is on their Zillow, can you see if there's anything for sale in this area that we could roll up on? Oh, here we go. Raw and authentic, real content. This is a tax. No, it wasn't a tax delinquent. It's just the price. It was just $25,000. And that's what I'm saying. Now, I have been to tax auctions. I've never bought anything from a tax auction. The deals, because we don't need everything and there's deals out there, I'm sure you can hop on Zillow right now and find a deal. That's why I'm asking you guys if you got your Zillow open. I'm going to actually look real quick. I'm going to actually look and see what we got. And I'll give you guys the address. Let me see what we got. Yeah, I bought this house for $25,000. You can see I had it under contract for $140,000. And I just sent my agent, I just gave him the go ahead to put it back on the market. Why am I selling? I'm putting my dough into live free. So let me take a look real quick and see what we got for sale here. I'm on my Zillow. Current location is what I'm hitting. If you guys can see that we got a lot for sale. I actually have one hearted. I know this is ugly to see, but see that heart? See, it says $50,000. There's a house over here for $50,000. There's one for 50. Let's see what that looks like. It's right up the street. Oh, somebody call me on that. All right, we're gonna ride right up the street. There's a 3-bedroom, 1 bath. It's 100 square feet more than this one. The address is 1924 Fenwick Street, 30904. Let's go take a look at that. So I told you I bought this one for 25. I put 56 into it. It's worth 143. Let me do the math on that and tell you how much I added to my net worth. 143 minus 56 minus 25. Whoops, that's all ugly. 143 minus 56 minus 25. 62,000. So when I go to sell this property, I don't like to say I'll put $62,000 in my pocket because, yeah, you know, you got fees and all that other stuff, agents, commissions and all that stuff. But, hey, $50,000 will work for me. And I told you guys, I was on vacation when my contractor got busy. I think it took him 2 months. This thing, when I put it on the market, it went for, so when I rented it, immediately. When I put it on the market for sale, immediately. And so, is it possible to make $200,000 a year just flipping one of those a quarter? And that's without you doing the work. Because now I did post something this morning of me doing some work. I will work on my personal residence, but normally I don't work on these other properties. Okay, I'm gonna turn you guys around. We're gonna hop on out and I'm gonna show you the one that's for sale. We got a lockbox on it. We got somebody in right there. Let me turn around so I don't park in front of their house. Let me show you guys this. Now, if I still have my real estate license, I probably could go in here. Maybe I'll get it back just for that reason. My boy Leon, he is the broker. He's the one who's selling my my properties in Atlanta. He told me to go ahead and get my license back. But honestly, I don't want to do the I don't want to do the continuing education. You know, it's the basic continuing education. I just don't want to do it. I want to just focus on this Live Free Give Hope. All right, so this is the house right here, $50,000. Let me tell y'all the best thing real quick. Do you think if somebody's asking $50,000, that's what you're going to pay them? You know, this is what I love about real estate. Just because they tell you it's $50,000, they're basically telling you this is the max amount of money I expect to get. This is the maximum amount of money I expect to get. I have something I call a calculated ridiculous offer. I always throw out ridiculous offers, you know, and they're calculated. You know, I don't just come up with something out my ass. I go ahead and do the numbers, and then I come in so low to where I'm looking to get a counter offer. If I got the counter offer, I know I'm good. If they don't say anything back, I know I probably insulted them or it was too low. That's why it has to be calculated. That's why it's a calculated ridiculous offer. Now, hopefully I don't get my blind ass shot, but I'm going to go ahead and come on back here anyway. I think if they may have snakes and stuff out here. Like I told you, I'm from California, so I ain't used to all of this greenery. I'm from the concrete jungle, even though I'm out in the country now. So maybe that's why I'm kind of free range with this. Look at this. So the back is open. I could go in there, but I'm not going to. Look at this. So this is 50,000. I tear this back off. 50,000. So let's say you put another. This look like it's probably in a little bit worse shape than the one I bought for 25. So this is where I'm going back to this negotiation in this real estate. If I paid 25,000 up the street, y'all know my offer is going to be about 25,000. You know, and if they don't take it, they don't take it. When I first was learning real estate, they said make hella offers. Go out here, do the calculated ridiculous offers. Make offers that you know they ain't going to accept. You know, you make 100 ridiculous offers. If one of them talks with you, you know, that may be the one. You ain't got to buy houses every day. You ain't got to buy. One guy told me once you get 10 houses, anything over that is just being greedy. You know, I'll do the math. Let's do the math real quick. I have the 6 units, so 6 doors at the giveaway spot. I have 3 more duplexes. One is considered a 4plex because there's 2 duplexes on one lot. So that's 12. Then I got one in Snellville, 13. I got the one we're about to go to now, my Airbnb, 14. I got that one that we just left, 15. I got 4 with business partners, 15, 19. I feel like I'm missing something. 19. So if you got 19 properties and they're bringing you on average $1,000 a month, is that okay to live off of? Let me tell you guys, I don't work. This is probably the most active I've been in a long time. And the reason is because I started Live Free Give Hope. You know, and this is why when I dropped my kids off at college, I really didn't know what I was going to do because I've been a full-time father. My daughter, she got a tennis scholarship. Oh, we was on the tennis court every day. Most of my life for the past 10 years, I've been playing tennis. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy. Why is so much traffic around here? But we're going to roll to this last spot to my Airbnb for anybody who hasn't seen it. It's a 5-bedroom, 4-bath. It's over 100 years old. Put in the address, 927 Russell Street, Russell Street, Augusta, Georgia, 30904. It was $199,000. Owner financed. What does owner finance mean? That means I didn't have to go to the bank and ask them for no money. This guy, he was actually a wholesaler. His parents are the ones that did the owner financing. because he was a wholesaler, he really didn't own the property. All he had was the piece of paper. His parents, they own a company called White Truck Capital. They lend money out. His parents lent me the $199,000, so they paid off the real buyer, and they put some money in their son's pocket because he was the wholesaler. I'm not sure how much he got. I would guess, I should ask him. He's on my personal Facebook page. He owns a company called CSRA Homebuyer. Go ahead and pull it up. And he was a one-man show doing his thing. Let me show you guys this property right here. Wow. Whoops. All right. This is the house that I bought, owner financed. Found it right on Zillow. Now, it didn't look like this, of course. It was all jacked up. Over 100 years old, you know. I came in here. I had my contractor, the one I told you guys did the other house. He did this house right here. He was working on this one, and this one cost me $136,000 to get right. This was not my best buy. One, I didn't negotiate hard enough. I should have negotiated a little bit better than I did. But because it was owner finance, you know, I really wasn't concerned about the price. Normally when it's owner finance, if I get my terms, they can have their price. So his parents, they own White Truck Capital. They financed it to me, hard money. It was... what was it? It was interest only for a year. I know the payments were $1,533.33. I did that for a year. That was probably a little bit. I think I did it for like 9 months because I refinanced. Now, when you refinance, you got to have somewhat of a credit score, but you definitely have to have the property, you know? So this is what we got. My wife designed this. Look at this. We pulled the old tubs out of here now. She was supposed to have this thing all beautiful, but I'll post some of the old photos and you'll see what we had going on. This right here, I put it on. They're a management company that puts it on all of the sites. Let's go up in here. For you guys who haven't seen this, bam, I got the fingerprint thing on there. Move that. For you guys, this is the property in Atlanta. I let people know that even when they stay here, that they can win rent for free in Atlanta. Got some tennis. I told you guys I'm all about that tennis. My daughter's on a tennis scholarship. We got this right here. I'll post some more old pictures, but I did have some up there yesterday. You know, we cut that out right there. This was one solid wall. I had the contractor cut that on out. We put all these lights in here, lit this thing on up, put in brand new windows. I didn't want to put in new windows, but I ended up dropping 10 stacks in damn windows. That cut into the budget. Put the extra tall cabinets in there. That cost some dough, but no worries there. Show y'all this backyard. Grill. Let's see. Is this door still locked? Nope. Turn this light on. Let me know if I'm moving too fast. Damn, let me see if I can zoom out. There we go. Look at these tall ceilings. Look at this. Now, this used to be a laundry room, I think. I think this used to be the laundry room. Yeah. And we turned it into a bathroom. So that's where the fourth bathroom came from. Put in this nice granite from a company called Olympus. This used to be outside. This was an outdoor area. We had the contractor enclose all this. You know, this is one of the bedrooms. Like I said, 5 bedrooms. All the bedrooms are upstairs. We had the twin beds in here. You know, like I told you guys, I came to clean. We got a guest checking in today. I was cleaning up earlier. I got to finish putting this one together. Let me make sure. I got to get ready. See that fingerprint? See, this is why I do my own stuff. That's why this bed isn't made, because it's either somebody has some grease, or I know it's small to see, but I don't get down like that. So this got to go. That's why this isn't made, because I started to make it earlier and I saw that little fingerprint or whatever it is, and I don't get down like that. I have paid people to clean my places, and they don't do the best of jobs, and I understand, because you got to be really on top of it when you got a house this big and to clean everything. And I never knew how much people shed, how much hair is shed, until I start doing this. Let's see. It's ridiculous. I'm checking now as we go along. It's crazy. All right. I need to put a new light in there. If you guys want to rent this one, hop on Airbnb. I'm not Airbnb, Vacasa. I'm sure I can give you like a friends and family member discount. I don't even know what we rent this bad boy for, but I don't know. It varies. I just got some new internet business line here, so I got to turn on the TVs and put the new internet in there. But these are full-size beds, so I told you guys, this is where I keep my stuff. Bam. So y'all see, y'all boy is official. What I'm cleaning with, I don't mess around. You know what I'm saying? I don't mess around. A lot of folks be messing around, not me. This is real estate investing. Bam, and we got the final bedroom. Let me show you guys the size of these closets. These closets are so big, I thought about putting in like showers and stuff, making each bedroom have their own suite, because the bedrooms are so large. My children love this house. They don't like the stuff like when they grew up, the stuff in the hood. Oh, they were scared. But they like this nice stuff. Me, I take it all. But yeah, does anybody have any questions? Tune into your content, bro. Keep going. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, I'm going to keep this thing going. And I was just talking to my brother out in California. He was asking me, hey, do you do this? Man, I just shoot this from the top of the head. Of course, I put a little thought into it, but right now I'm not at that place to have a team and do all this content development. And I hate if that sounds like an excuse, but what I'm going to do is just do what I do. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to just do what I do. See if anything's in here. Oh, we got some wine in there. Me and my wife, we stay here often when nobody's staying here. We stayed here for the last 2 or 3 days. And then we got multiple houses we can do this. Oh, I got a fresh one around the corner. It's only 3-bedroom, 2-bath. But when I say that thing is fly, on one of the flyest streets in Augusta, this one cool too. But ladies and gentlemen, I think that's all we got. You guys got the addresses. $25,000 is what I paid for it. Put 56 into it. It's worth 143. That adds 62,000 to my net worth. I'm getting $1,250 a month on rent. The woman has never been late. You know what I'm saying? I hate to even sell that one because she has never been late. She's probably my best tenant. I do have some evictions I need to do. Even though I'm giving property away, you guys know it doesn't work like that. You know what I'm saying? It is for us to keep going, for this to be a long-term thing, we got to sell some merch. If not, then we'll just give away. Let's say we don't make any money on the 3. I think I can afford to do 3 units without making any money. But I believe that there's 100,000 people out there that rock with your boy. Just got to find them. And out of that 100,000, if we just have 1,000 people buy a t-shirt, we'll be giving properties away every week, every month, I want to give away hell of them. You know what I'm saying? Hell of them. But I got to find our audience. So if you rocking with me and you know people like you that would like me, go ahead and put them on game. And if you guys got anything you want me to check out, you say, hey, Frank, we want you. Anything, you know what I'm saying, running my way. My wife, she runs a multi-million-dollar mental health business. She's been doing that longer. She's been doing that for 13 years. She has an office in Conyers and she has one in Augusta. She got staff. I just sent her, somebody just graduated. I saw it popped up on my timeline. They just graduated with their master's in like clinical psychology. If that's you, if you need a job and you're into that field, I don't know all of the terminology, I don't know, but she owns a company called AQCS. It's in Atlanta. Been there for 13 years, so she's always hiring. I think that's all I got, guys. This has been Frank Financial Brown, founder of Live Free, Give Hope. Let's make this thing happen. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll holler at you. All right.